Now her attorney is looking to potentially sue media outlets that propagated false allegations about his client, but we still don't know the full story. And it's better to wait and see how this develops before people try to destroy a stranger's life and livelihood.
And that's the truth. What you just laid out are a series of facts, just the facts. Here's what we know, and here's the reaction to it. And yes,
these are not the facts. Oh my goodness, I'm tripping over here. I can't believe. This is bigger than a bite for me. Let me say this. Bigger than a bike, bigger than skin color, bigger than a dispute. It shows where we are. It exposes the race hustlers. And it shows no matter what skin color we have in this country, when you dig a little bit deeper, there's more to us than the color of our skin. There is character, there's beauty, and there's also differences as well. And I would also go as far to say that the race hustlers, the mainstream media, some of these people that are peddling racism, that are lying, is very disturbing. And I think they need to be exposed. We need to talk about them. We need to let people see what is going on here. You'll see what I mean. Like and subscribe to the page, click the bell icon for more. Let's listen to this video.
Tizzy, why wouldn't they? This is America. Look at your life, America, okay? It seems pretty clear, but there's this mountain of evidence that Black youth, Black boys, Black young men have to climb, it seems, when a certain type, persuasion points the finger. What say you?
Yeah, I've been a part of this story since the beginning. I've been talking to his sister since last week. And that is the issue. I mean, I can't speak for anyone else. I can only say myself. I made a video initially about that video, and it had nothing to do with a stolen bike. I didn't care about a stolen bike. That was not what I saw that alarmed me.
Wait. But that's the message you guys were peddling in the beginning, that she was a pregnant thug. She stole the bike from the black kid. What an evil white woman. That's what I heard. But now it's no longer a stolen bike. So let's move the goalpost. Let's see where this is going.
What I saw that alarmed me was the response to him, her screaming help like that, and pointing out, this is dangerous. This gets young Black men killed, a la Emmett Till.
He said a white woman calling help is dangerous to the lives of Black men. It gets Black men killed. Really? Tell me one single story where a white woman screaming help has caused the life of a Black man. Now, Emmett Till's story, it was horrible and inhumane, and it was racist to the core. There's no denying that. I don't even think any white person today will deny it. However, that is not the same parallel. Not only it's not even the same, it's not even similar. Do you understand? We're not living in the same time and age. This is not the 1950s, okay, where the race smugglers were alive and well. We are not living in a time when Black people have to worry about their lives in the same way as it was in the case with Emmett Till. We're not living in a time when a Black man whistle after a white woman could get him killed, lynched, shot in the head. That is not true. To say this, it simply shows somebody's trying to be famous. Somebody is trying to get some attention here, and somebody is acting like a white liberal. But hey, let's keep going.
And pointing out, this is dangerous. This gets young Black men killed, a la Emmett Till. Don't do this. And then receipts came, and a narrative came, and a press push came that vilified him. And suddenly he was a thug and he was a thief.
I will agree that he is not a thug nor a thief. There is not enough in a video for me to say that about an individual. I don't go after character. I'm talking about the story. But most of my issue with this is the way you guys talk. your narrative, the way Indisputable, Rashad Richey, Benjamin Crumb, and many of the race hustlers, they are the ones that I have an issue with. I don't have an issue with this young black male. However, I do think his behavior as a man, 17 years old, doesn't change the fact he's a man, he's moving into adulthood. He could have handled things differently. A young black man, I don't care who you are, black, white, it doesn't matter. If a woman is in need, you provide for the need. That's what it means to be a man. We ought to raise our boys to be men in our society and value women's life. This doesn't mean every woman have to get first place. Okay, sometimes women abuse their power. They abuse their sexuality. They abuse their femininity. I understand that. To control, I get that. But in the case of what I saw in the video, that young black male should have given the pregnant woman the bike without arguing, because she was in the right to use it, because he had been docked at 7:24 and he had been docked at 7:19. So from 7:19 to 7:24, which was the time Sarah Jane Camry scanned it, she had the right to use it anytime in between. So he pushed the bike back into the dock, which we set the timer again. So the problem we have here is really a personality behavior problem. This is a problem of men, young black men, who did not value the lives of a young girl, of a girl. Okay. I don't care about skin color. I care about behavior. I care about character, but I don't need to attack him, calling him a thug. But yet he was still in the wrong, because he had no right squatting, holding onto the bike like it is his, and saying this is my bike when you have not redacted it. So she had the right to claim the bike. It's simple as that. But let's see what these guys have to say.
And he and his friends were intimidating a young pregnant woman. And no one bothered to talk about the fact that he was a 17-year-old high school kid who acted more like an adult in that video, in my opinion, than she did.
Come on,
and then,
come on, bro. Like, you serious, my man? Are you serious? You really trying to get some attention, aren't you? First of all, he actually called her her baby. He actually said he hopes that her baby comes out retarded. That is not adult behavior. He did not want, not just him, but all his friends did not want to give up their bike to a pregnant woman while they were sitting on the bike. The four friends were, and Michael had his hands on a handlebar. None of these men had the right to claim any of these bikes when he's being redocked. I don't care about you resetting your timer. I don't care how many times you've done this and gotten away with it before. That woman was in need. She had the right to claim one of those bikes. It's almost like you're renting a car and you say, man, I like this car. But you return it to the dealership. And then afterwards, you said, nobody else has a right to claim this car because I like the way this car drives. I'm going to use it again in the next couple of minutes, or I'm going to use it in the next few days. And you lock things down. That is a selfish move. You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong period. Even if you were going to use it 20 seconds later. Did you hear what I'm saying? Even if you were going to use it 20 seconds later, and if she had claimed the bike somewhere in between those 20 seconds, she has the right to it. It is that simple of a story, but these people are not willing to consider these factors. But this is not a good look. Let's keep listening to what they have to say.
Like he said, no one was sharing his story. No one was being a voice for him, it seemed.
That's not true, man. The men had the stage. Remember, they put out this video. They recorded the video. In the video, they entitled her as a Karen. They wanted to make her famous and make a mockery out of her. When she was doxxed and she was placed on leave by her job, when her life was turned upside down, these young men never came to her defense. They never said, oh, we never intended for this to go this far. I'm sure they probably sat back and laughed and said, look at this woman. Look what we did to her. And then when she brought her receipt, and then when the lawyer got involved, and then when the story started changing, now the mother, which I have a lot of respect for because I myself I have a mother who's somewhat like this. She thinks this way, doesn't play the victim, but she's like the type of woman who like to be left alone, doesn't want the spotlight. So she said, so this white woman standing right there screaming for someone to help. If the police had come and my son was standing there, they are going to shoot him. That's not true. That doesn't happen. You see, that's the problem now. Now the story has turned. There is a victim mentality being played out, which that's not how people get killed in the United States. I mean, listen, man, the likelihood of this happening is like close to nothing, zero. The likelihood of a black man being shot by the hands of another black man is extremely high. But that doesn't happen just because of a bike or a white woman screaming help. That is nonsense, my friend.
And then now we have his receipts and we have his, words about what happened. What's crazy to me is that's what we have from both sides of this. We have receipts and we have a claim of how it went down, and we have receipts and we have a claim of how it went down. One is not more or less, believable than the other.
This guy. Oh my Lord, is he serious? I got a button for him. Not even, no, that's not the one. I got a button for him. There it is. Bruh, you are trying to repaint the entire story. First of all, it's not about whose words is true. It's about the evidence. The evidence is clear on the receipt. We don't even need to repaint this story here. We can see right through the lies. And this is why this video, I had to get those dislike buttons back. 7.4 dislike with 4.4 likes. You know what this tells me? Majority of the people listening to you guys do not believe you. This channel is purely made of lies. I hope you guys get sued into oblivion because for spewing such lies. Wow. Funny how this con man keeps trying to push this hoax, even though it's game over for it. He won't let it die so he can avoid a defamation suit. I hope she takes you to the cleaners. Love that. I will say, I think words like this that they are peddling is gonna get them into a defamation suit even worse. That's what I think. What a disgusting video. Lying about evidence, not giving the right information. You see, like, these people can see right through your hypocrisy.
Personally, see enough of his story that makes sense than I do with the other. Yet there's a whole group of people I've seen who took her word as gospel and say he is a liar automatically before they.
My man, we have evidence. Like, it's bigger than her words. All right, even before she came out and said anything, the evidence and the receipts speak for themselves. Like, what are you doing? What is this? Is this a show? Is this a facade? Is this a charade? Who are you trying to convince with this nonsense? Come on, man. Be real. The level of intellectual dishonesty we got going on here is insanity. Like, who are you trying to lie to? Goodness, this is ridiculous. Like, why would anybody listen to you talking like this? Like, where is common sense and honesty in a conversation?
You've even really reviewed anything, while she is literally paying PR firms to put out op-ed pieces, and I'm assuming she's paying them, because why else is that happening?
You have no evidence, so that's just your opinion. You being biased, and I will go as far. You're just acting like a white liberal because this is good for content, and that's getting you attention. Like, why is your story or your narrative of the story any better than the facts that we already have? But hey,
there was a piece in USA Today that was an op-ed piece by a man who works and founded Proven Media Solutions, painting a picture that she has been vilified falsely, etc. And I understand that it's...
And that's fact. But I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna sugarcoat and bypass that because you're gonna put another color on that. So let's see where you go with this one.
It's damage control, and it's something to try and help with her appearance in the media and so forth.
It's called damage control. Bruh, are you serious? Like, do you understand how this thing works today? Do you understand what the race hustlers will do to you, the woke mob, the behavior and the cancel culture, and how they go after people? Do you understand how that works? These people, they have no idea.
And to save her job, that's why she has an employment attorney. But whether on purpose or not, it makes that young man collateral damage.
Where's the evidence for those type of collateral damage? Keep in mind, they recorded the video. They published the story. They put their narrative out there. They got the sympathy of the people at first. They had her doxxed. They media went after her. They made Sarah Jane Creamery look horrible. That was their decision. Now when the story has turned, the table has turned. Now we've come in face to face with the facts and reality. You're playing a victim. Please, just stop.
Beautiful.
No.
Couldn't have said it better.
She said, I am done. I don't think I can react to this video because I just don't have this in me to watch people lying. It's like one lie builds on top of another. Where the average truth is in the story, they ignore it. It's like a black hole. We can't touch that because if we do, the reality of what happened here will be exposed. I'll tell you what the truth is. The receipts is the truth. The behavior of these men were the truth. Now, you can address her behavior as well. Fine, we can talk about that. You can say maybe it was wrong for her to scan the QR code and hopped onto the bike while his hands were on a handlebar. Yeah, that's fine. We can talk about that. However, let's go back to behavior. Men, let's hold our men accountable for a minute. Okay? Because we live in a culture today, we don't do that very well. Accountability and responsibility in the black community, we just don't want to talk about that. But let's hold our young black male accountable for a minute. It's good to do that for them, okay? Because that's how they become men. Is it okay to behave like that toward a pregnant woman? Period. That's my question. Is it right? Somebody say if he's not right, he's not righteous.
And that's the truth. What you just laid out are a series of facts, just the facts. Here's what we know, and here's the reaction to it. And yes,
these are not the facts. Oh my goodness, I'm tripping over here. It goes right under my skin. I just hate hypocrisy. I hate it. That's why in my channel, you'll see me call out certain things. I'll call out pastors. I'll call out even the Pope if I have to. I just hate hypocrisy, whether it is in the world or in the church or wherever it might be. I'll call it out because I just can't stand it. And don't get me wrong, man. We all have a little bit of hypocrisy in us. Sometimes we all lie to ourselves, and sometimes we believe something we have yet to live it out. And I get the sense of that. But these people are so dishonest. Like, stop lying. There was no facts in what this man said. He did not tell anything remotely close to what the story is actually about. He was painting a picture, harboring sympathy, playing a victim. He was virtue signaling. You can go as far to say he was trying to gaslighting us. He was gaslighting us. But I'm going to be quiet because I'm going to stop talking because I just cannot believe they take the time to put a video out like this, knowing how ridiculously bad they sound. I don't know how they can actually sit back and put this out publicly. You got to be ashamed of yourself.
and that's the truth. What you just laid out are a series of facts, just the facts. Here's what we know, and here's the reaction to it. And yes, there are people who are willing to not just take her word as gospel. What makes her word more important than these young people?
Because her words were backed up by the evidence. Not only were her words backed up by the evidence on the receipts, the Michael's sister came out, confirmed her to be true. Michael and the mother's testimony also confirmed that to be true. Like, we don't need any more gaslighting because We have all the facts. Like, this story is over. Let's move on. This is done. Like, it's not about gospel. Listen, I love me some gospel. This is not even close to the gospel. What I know is just a way to say things. But her words are backed up by the evidence, period. We believe her because what she says is proven by the evidence, is also proven by Michael himself, the mother, the sister, and it's in the video. like, just drop the mic.
But what makes her word gospel?
Oh, God.
Well, America teaches him, you don't matter, okay? Sometimes it all, certainly.
I hate the race mongler spirit, boy. They gotta find something to make America look so racist. Like, yo, you live in America. Let me tell you, if America is racist as you claim it to be, you will not be sitting here with 713,000 subscribers, peddling this story, and having people listening to you, and even considering your thoughts in the way that you are talking. That's not what a racist country will do to you. So this idea that America is racist because of that story here, that story is not about racism. That story is more about behavior, perspective. Okay? It has a lot more to do with behavior and perspective. The perspective of the young men concerning the bike was wrong. The behavior of the young men, and both Sarah, we can challenge their behavior here. Okay, we can talk about that. That's what this is about. It's not about racism. But the race hustlers can help themselves. They gotta find racism. If they cannot find it, they're gonna create it. And this is why I really love the response from Anna Kasparian. This is what she said.
The dominant online narrative was that this racist pregnant woman tried to steal a bike from a black man and then made herself out to be a victim with her white tears. Her attorney later provided receipts claiming that she in fact paid for the bike, but it felt like no one thought it might be a good idea to just wait and see what the truth was before attacking her.
Exactly.
Her employer at Bellevue Hospital was immediately contacted. She was placed on leave pending an investigation. Now her attorney is looking to potentially sue media outlets that propagated false allegations about his client, but we still don't know the full story. And it's better to wait and see how this develops before people try to destroy a stranger's life and livelihood. So, do we feel better about racism in America today? It certainly feels like we're becoming more divided. We're definitely more obsessed with whipping out our phones to surveil one another because God forbid we fail to capture one of our peers in their worst moments.
Exactly, girl. You get a clap. You deserve it. That's how it's supposed to be said. But let's finish this video because I'm done. Let's finish this video.
As much. And there are people who don't care about the facts you just eloquently laid out because the facts don't help them. The facts don't matter to them. They want to be proactive and they want to rewrite history sometimes and paint a picture and fit people into a box.
I can't believe it. Yo, everything that you guys are doing, you are pointing your finger at the other group, claiming that they're doing, blaming them for the very thing that you're doing. You are the one changing the narrative, and that's what you're doing right now. You are the one that are not considering the facts. You are the one taking the words of the young black male without considering her side of the story. You are the one who took a video, right? Rashad Ritchie took the video alone and went forward to call her a pregnant thug, to call her all kind of nasty name, to call her a Karen, Daxter, put her information out online, call her job and tell the job to suspend her. You guys did that. You guys did that. And now you're blaming the other side for the things that you did. You're a hypocrite. You are dishonest. And that is inhumane, and these behaviors need to be called out. That is not okay.
A box for her, and you can figure out what that box means and supports, and a box for him. And he's already verbalized what that means for him.
What about her words? What about her story? What about what's happening to her? Oh, it doesn't matter. She's white.
I don't know, as the mother of a Black child, if you can have enough talks to keep people safe. But one of the things, Tizzy, that you said that I need people to understand, it's not hyperbole. This kind of thing gets.
I need people to understand it's not hyperbole. That literally tells you it is hyperbole. They are over exaggerating the facts. And when you hear that, you can be sure the next thing you're about to hear is hyperbole, is extra, is beside the facts. But let's listen.
And it's not hyperbole.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of thing gets Black young men killed.
And that is a big fat lie. You need to stop lying. That doesn't happen. And do not make reference to this story. Stop making reference to Emmett Till story. All right. That's not what happened. And I say, for respect for him and his family and what he's been through and the way he died, do not make this parallel, because it is not true. When you're doing this, you are appealing to emotion. You're not putting a positive, believable argument out there for anyone to consider. You are dishonest. Stop it, and we can see right through you. Okay? I don't even see well with my glasses. I can take these glasses off and I can see right through you, because I can tell you're all lying. You are peddling racism. You are looking to divide the country. You are twisting the story. You are rewriting the story so that it can fit your narrative, even though you know your narrative has already fallen apart. Nobody believes you. We see the facts for what it is, and yet you keep on lying. It's time to stop. It's okay. Sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes in life we make mistakes. Sometimes we repent from our sins and we say, no more. Let me learn from what I've done wrong. But this is not okay.
Okay? It did in the 50s, and it does today.
That is not true. Give me one single, that generalization spirit with these people, it bothers me. Give me a specific example of when it happened that a young Black male was killed because a white woman called help. Give me one. I'm waiting for one. Please, one.
And it's not a game, and it's not a PR campaign.
Yeah.
It's actually about life and breathing, surviving.
I am so done. I cannot keep listening to this. This is rubbish. Like, I'll put a link to the video out of respect for the channel to say, go check out this stuff, and maybe you can flip like I'm flipping over here. Maybe you can just have all kind of emotional derangement reaction to it, because I am so tired of this lie. I mean, come on. Like, why do you keep lying? Like, what do you think this is gonna do for you? That's gonna make people believe you more? Like, just tell the truth. Like, say it like it is. Own it. That makes you strong. That makes you believable. Like, people could forgive you and let go of the past, but what you cannot do is keep on lying and twisting the narrative to create a perspective that is not in line with reality. Why do you do that? But you know, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. These young Black males should not have squatted on the bike and held onto it like it was their possession. They should have given it up after they docked it. Simple as that. And none of this would have been happening. They should not have recorded the story and published the story. None of this would have been happening. And without the race hustlers, things would not have been as confusing as it is today. None of this needs to be happening. But guess what? But y'all can help yourself. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. The real issue here is not Sarah Jane Comrie. is not Michael nor the family. Although I have some things concerning Michael's behavior, nevertheless, the real issue in all of this is the media, the way the media behaves, and how they fuel the story, how they make matters look worse than they are. These people, these are the enemy of the people. These race hustlers. These are the people we need to really be careful with. These are the people that are lying to some of us. Not me. I can see right through them. I do my own research. I'm like, yeah, I see right through you. Hypocrisy. All right, we'll talk later. Have a good one. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Have a good one. Bye.